in. You know me?
What are you? You're a host here.
I'm the co-host. Your co-host. You the main host.
Says who?
Says me.
This is a Miss Thing podcast. Shout out to Real Street Talk, man. I'm your host, Mr. Loko Black Ass. Mr. Shut Your Mouth.
We got a very special guest in the building. We're going to let her introduce herself. Y'all might recognize her from part one.
As y'all should. Tara.
Yes, he said we missing somebody. We definitely missing somebody.
No, I ain't missing nobody. They missing me.
I know that's right.
I'm sorry. I love you, but gotta do what
No,
you
for real,
gotta do.
somebody give me a book anything right there.
Hey, I gotta ask this. Is this Brody?
No, this is
I
her
love
man.
Everyone, but
No, is that
Tara
Brody?
got to keep it moving.
We don't like Brody?
This is my fiance.
Cause I'm bald head.
This is my fiance.
He said, I thought that was you, nigga.
That nigga's 7 feet. How?
He is tall as hell compared to Marco.
Yeah, he is.
This is like the mini bobblehead version, though. Like, this is, he the mini version.
Hey, Chef. This nigga don't look like Brody that Tyrone was looking for. That's what I thought it was when I came in. Oh, shit. Got caught up in the weave.
You better stop it now. She means something, but I mean more, so.
Nah,
Okay,
yeah, so
well, can you move your driver's license?
he talking about move your driver's
actually,
license.
not a driver's license,
A marijuana
but I'll
card?
explain it.
Okay.
All right, yeah, so the last time you was here, we talked a little bit about, well, a lot about addiction and how important it is to just be transparent with, you know, your story, your testimonies. And I feel like a lot of people feel like that's like once they get over that phase, it's not a part of them anymore. That's not they're not an addict anymore. That's just something of the past, and they forget all the trials and tribulations that got them to this point. And so we wanted you to come back so that you can talk to us about the deep shit. I'm talking about the uncomfortable conversations of the shit that the drugs and being under the influence might cause you to do, and some of the most insane things and situations that you could have either put yourself in or didn't even know that you were around.
And the shit you were scared to talk about on the face.
Oh no, I was
No,
never
she was
scared.
very scared.
I
She
just
just
didn't
talked
wanna
too
make
much.
it
Like
She was
me.
cautious.
all about me the first time, but yes, I will definitely start with being an addict. I'm not gonna label even a drug, okay? My drug of choice was a cocktail. As we don't remember, I was into crack coke. I had my heroin addiction. My mental health wasn't right. Anyhow, it led me in situations where I was in a relationship. I was proposed to and thought it was great. And here we are using, and I'm being sexually abused. I was raped by someone who loved me.
And people don't emphasize that you can be raped by somebody that you're in a relationship with, that you are, you know, usually have consensual sex with. They can take advantage of you, especially if you're not in the right state of mind and if you're under the influence.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that's definitely something I will never forget. I would never want anyone to experience, but it absolutely can happen, has happened, and not only to me. Also, like, the loss of my kids. I'll start with my firstborn, who's about to be 22. I lost custody of her. Found out I was pregnant, you know, in my active addiction. Went through and had birth. I could not leave the hospital without my baby girl. I was already a mom. I had that intuition. It broke me down. I was blessed to have a sibling step up into the picture, and also the strength in me and my higher power to get myself right. I gained custody of my two girls. Thank you. Also, in the midst, took a couple losses, which I talked about on that show, Sister Mom. I inherited a son, my nephew, my godson, which I do it over and over again. But yes, I've been drugged by a vehicle by the same man who had raped me. I did not want to have sex. It was an argument, and I was pushed and torn down. This man has poured bleach on my mattresses, unscrewed things in the house and told me the electricity went out. He's traumatized me in so many ways, not just even the abuse part. And it's stalking put out there is abuse as well. Like stepping out your door, getting phone calls of, you look nice or where you're going is very scary. So be very aware of your surroundings.
To know where, like
be
basically
very
stalking
aware,
you.
like,
Right.
and it's something I'm still practicing every day. Like you got to be very, very alert. You never know who's your op on some real stuff. But definitely, I have this notebook here, just trying to keep me.
Last time she brought her handy dandy notebook too.
I did. So yeah, I mean, yeah, my dog was thrown out the sunroof in the process of him driving the vehicle. He was kicking me to get out. My reaction was to grab. He drove off and drugged me in gravel. I was, cars pulled over, ambulance came, whatnot. That was a scenario I was also in.
This happened in Philadelphia?
Actually, this happened local, more to my area, Ben Salem. So kind of like the suburbs of y'all. But anywho,
yeah, anything traumatic, everybody be like, "Oh, it was Philly, wasn't it?"
Right. That's
No.
The reason why I asked because we want to know where
No, yeah, for sure.
I mean, it happens everywhere. I mean, but I was in the Ben Salem, Levittown, Bristol area.
Hey, let me ask you a question. So did this dude get burnt alive yet? I mean,
this
allegedly?
man got away with it. His mother was employed at the Ben Salem office station.
She ain't died yet?
Discarded. I don't know. I ain't been with him.
And then revenge ain't even ours. So.
Yeah, I'm living my best life.
Yes, I know
I got.
She done upgraded how many times?
Yo, she got Brody from.
I'm Superwoman over here.
Tyrone to get the fuck his wife. He Brody in the building. Yo.
No, but I do want to talk about how, I know that this is kind of staring like a little bit off, but still on topic about how like a lot of women are in abusive relationships, and these men definitely will take advantage of them, and they'll do everything that they can to break them down in every kind of way. And instead of like encouraging you to, y'all both were sick at the time. And instead of him lifting you up and encouraging you, he was just taking all his trauma out on you. And y'all were literally just trauma bonded at that point. Like sometimes we think we love somebody, but we really just put them on this pedestal because we're afraid to be alone.
Absolutely.
Or we, you know what I'm saying? And that will literally
And
string us along for
foundation.
so long. And it will have you addicted to whatever, alcohol, drugs, whatever you want to call it. Because sometimes people be like, remember the last time we talked, people could be addicted to shopping. Exactly. Like people could be addicted to anything.
It's a variety.
Just to distract yourself from what's really going on. So it's just important to know and be aware of your own actions so that you don't put yourself in situations like that. Because you can't avoid it unless you really like are aware of your surroundings. Like she said, like I remember being drunk all the time at the club and not even remember having conversations with certain people when I would see them the next time. Like, who are you
can't
again?
even talk about it.
Yeah,
What's
like, what are you talking about?
Remember?
Right.
What are you talking about?
You talk fast as hell.
I'm Puerto Rican, baby. I don't know what else to say.
She was moving.
I don't even speak Spanish. Can you believe that?
And that's all, folks.
Right. and that's all,
But no,
folks.
with
For real.
that being said, for you gentlemen out there, no matter if you're in a 30-year relationship or you're in a 2-month relationship, no man know.
Absolutely.
If she don't want to give you the goods, go about
Respect
your
it.
business. Go fuck her sister or something.
You better not.
They don't never take
First
it
of all,
no, all jokes aside,
if
just go
you
go
asking
somewhere else.
anybody but me, you was never mine.
But no,
He
it
definitely
no,
believes
all
the same
jokes-
thing you believe.
No, all jokes aside, like
What make women say no to their man?
What
It could be
you just don't have to
anything
be
or
in the mood.
mental.
If we're not mentally connected
If
with
it's
you at the
not
time,
so.
I don't think.
I
What
mean,
makes y'all want to say no?
I say it like this: if I'm in a relationship with you, and I'm in that committed relationship with you, you telling me no, we got to be arguing about something. Because if you don't want me to go out and do what and cheat, feel my needs like I'm a
So why can't I just
can
not
I-
be in the mood? What if I'm
That's
PMSing?
exactly what it was,
What if
and
I'm
he
about to get my
wasn't.
period
But
in a week?
now I'm about
And
to,
I'm
about to
cramping
break
up,
this down.
and my shit hurt. Y'all don't know what it feels like to have a sharp. Excuse
What I'm
me.
about to say.
Absolutely not.
Don't finish when I'm not finished.
Don't
You
finish
don't
when
know
you're
what
not
it feel
finished.
like. A sharp ass pain in your gooch.
No.
That shit hurt. That's what we feel.
Oh.
We feel
Back pains,
pain in our stomach,
nausea.
and all of that
No,
shit.
Gia.
Sometimes you just don't want to.
Now hear me out.
Sometimes you ain't take out the fucking trash like I fucking asked you. You know what I'm saying?
But you ain't got.
Sometimes you ain't fucking sweep the fucking floor like I
Check
asked
this
you.
out. Check this out. Check this out.
And no, you ain't
Oh,
getting
well,
that.
check this out. Listen, women's got a tendency of using pussy as a punishment. You get what I'm saying? But is the thing is when y'all want, and sometimes we really don't feel like it, we get up and go do it.
You have the right to say
get what I'm
no
saying?
to.
Absolutely.
But if we say
I'm
no,
cry about it.
if we say no, we gotta hear.
I'm gonna look at myself in the mirror
Everything
like
under the
something
sun.
wrong with me. But you have the right to say no, sir.
Hey, can somebody get the Brody a chair and bring him up here
You
too?
don't want to be on the chair.
He prefers not to.
No face. Say no more.
okay.
Well, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah, we got
But
microphones for you.
the thing is, like, if all jokes aside, though, if a woman say no, that's what it is. Like, I'm not a fan of you tell me no, I'm gonna take that shit anyway.
He was
also-
not that man.
I
just-
believe-
He's
He
not
was
that
not
man,
that
y'all.
man.
I believe no.
In any of these stories.
We know that already.
Okay.
We always said you found Brody at the Tyrone and left him alone.
That's
Um,
right.
The thing is like this. Them pedophile ass niggas, them niggas that want to take pussy. I'm telling y'all to y'all face, y'all can find me anywhere in Philly, Baltimore, or in the tri-state area. You belong put in a room and set on fire. And your mother belongs in that bitch with you. That bitch need to die, choke on the dick with AIDS on the tip. That's how I feel about you.
Ouch.
All right.
For you pedophile ass niggas, no mean no. I mean, I don't give a fuck
Absolutely.
what type of relationship you in. And that's just what it is.
And for the women
Instead of
too.
pushing her away, instead of pushing the sex on her, raping her, ask her, "Are you okay?"
Exactly.
Maybe you'll
That's
get
a turn. Go
somewhere.
get
What's
a
up, Chef?
microphone, Chef.
What's
Go
up,
get a
Chef?
mic.
You'll get somewhere.
Go get a
doing
mic
that.
and come back. You can say whatever you want.
Until then, bite your tongue.
We need to hear you loud and clear. Because he always.
Because Loko said, for all you pedophile ass niggas, no mean no. That's not what pedophile means. No, for all you pedophile ass niggas, don't pass go. Nigga, what the fuck you... Pedophile, stop right there. He probably was talking about rapists. You rapist
All
ass
the
niggas.
above.
All that shit.
You pedophile niggas, leave them kids alone.
Any
man.
man that gets like actually like, oh yeah, now she don't want to fuck me tonight. I'm going out somewhere. Like you have a problem. You have an issue. She said no one time, sir. Relax. Go beat it,
Time
I was
out.
about to say it
Michael
all depends
Jackson.
on how many-
Go beat it,
Hey.
Michael Jackson.
Time out. Is that a child independence? Access card?
Absolutely not.
I thought that was one of them
Get into
cards.
what this card is because he.
I thought it was one of them child cards that they be.
Cállate, por favor, mijo. Gracias. Okay, so this was laid out, as y'all see. The last episode, you did not see me smoking nothing. So I just wanted to, if that's your revenue to go to sleep and you are active or trying to or in recovery steps, you can go about it this way and won't
What's
have
this?
to look over your shoulder. That is a patient ID marijuana card.
Okay.
That
You cannot
a
have a gun
registered
license
number.
and a marijuana
You
card.
look cute in this picture.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You cannot have a gun license and a marijuana card.
That is okay. It
Do you
doesn't
not
have
see
to
she
be
got
me that
permanent
carries the
security?
gun.
Hello?
It's not me that needs to carry the gun.
She like, look, I got my gun
I'm
license,
good.
and they gonna still pass me the L. And what about it? They ain't gonna tell me that. But you can also have a gun in your home. Like you don't, you don't have to have a. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? For
I'm
that.
just saying because people keep saying that you can have a marijuana license with a gun
Absolutely.
And
license.
you can also
That's
get
not
shot
that.
with having a gun on you. So that shit don't even really mean
Just
too
because you
much
got a
anyway.
license, that don't mean I ain't gonna shoot you.
That's what I'm saying. Like people be like, "Oh, I'm strapped." Okay, and what that mean? You can still get popped.
So
Hello?
back to the topic. I'm sorry, I got
Absolutely.
off
Go
the
ahead.
topic a
Come
little
on.
bit.
Bring it on.
So,
What's up?
Your addiction. How long have you been clean again? For the people
So
that don't know.
February 14th will be exactly 8 years.
Valentine's Day.
8 years.
Congratulations.
I know
Yep.
that's right. So
Okay.
you celebrating love and clean.
Happy.
Yeah, I mean-
Didn't you need a mic? What you saying?
Huh?
Never need a mic.
This is the pause patrol in here. Everything is pause around here.
I know. Let's not pause. Okay, I'm
You
sorry.
say you get a what?
Everything that's no
The
pause is
keychain?
like whoa, that's
Every
suspect.
every 30 days.
When people say pause, that means suspect. Like
30 days.
People say pause, we don't think that you're actually gay. We just think that what you said was
it's
funny in a
suspicious.
gay way.
I never knew that pause meant gay, so you just schooled me on
All right,
something.
well, no Diddy.
It don't even necessarily mean gay. It just mean
I
like
don't care.
We gonna say no Diddy then.
As long as you're happy, I'm cool.
We gonna say no Diddy, all right?
Yeah. Okay.
You got that one?
No. Yeah. I got it.
All right.
It ain't go over my head or under my feet. I got it.
Say that then. It might go through your body. I don't know.
Nah.
Baby
Nah,
oil. I don't
Hit
know.
the head. I got it.
So you got 8 years. So 8 years clean of your addiction, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
And how does it feel being on 8 years? And what keep you going?
So I don't really talk about it much. It actually is. Well, now that I am, I feel like I'm shining a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. It has been some years. What did you just ask me? What kept me
Oh my God! It's that marijuana she smoking. That's why I don't smoke
stop
that
it.
shit.
No, I was gonna ask you something though. Do you feel like certain people feel like you're not clean because you smoke marijuana?
Oh, absolutely.
And I want you to address that because I don't really know, but I want you to school all of us on like what it really means because some people are like, well, ain't she smoking an L right now?
This topic, yes, I am. But this topic can go so many ways as far as smoking weed.
Marijuana makes you forget.
It depends on who you are.
So, do you feel like marijuana is more like a medicine rather than like? I mean, obviously, you could be
it
addicted
depends on
to
who
it.
you are. It depends on the individual, honestly. You have some people that just want to smoke till they drop. You have some people that are smoking for their nerves or for, their anxiety or sleep, whatever their cases may be. Every person is different. It gets prescribed to you for a different reason.
Problem is that, just to piggyback
come
off
on,
you a little bit.
Come on, do it.
Some people in the addiction world would think that marijuana is a drug. Some people would think that it's a medication. Some people would think that you're not clean unless you strictly just like say fuck everything. You get what I'm saying? And some people would think, well, marijuana just is harmful. It's a
Because
recreation.
there is a MA.
marijuana
You know how
is
they
medicinal.
have AA, but they also
Now
have MA.
But see,
So
Absolutely.
some people could consider it an addiction. Some people could consider it medical. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I
like,
just wanted
Depends
to.
on the individual.
This generation now, like if you come from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, you will say that marijuana is not being clean.
Yes.
But if you come in this generation now and they're dealing with the marijuana being legalized and the studies on marijuana, you would say marijuana is not a drug. Yeah. But coming up where I came up at,
Marijuana is a drug.
Right, and it's addiction.
it's Tylenol.
People get addiction.
Right, exactly.
It absolutely
Because you could get
is.
prescribed perks.
No,
you could
we
get
talk
prescribed things
about-
that
we
like
talk about-
Xanax and stuff. You get prescribed those things. So people definitely
I'ma
can
give
get
you-
addicted to things that are legal. So it's like sometimes people put like, oh, this is illegal, so it's so horrible or whatever.
So let me
know
tell
what I
you
mean?
something. But y'all are on like the weed and being sober. What more is a like back and forth kind of I compare it to politics situation is being on methadone or Suboxone maintenance or even Vivitrol,
Versus
whichever works for the individual. There are
Terrible.
still folks that will say you are not clean.
Right.
You're just getting your drug prescribed.
Right.
Well, my prescribed drug then has kept me from not losing my life, from gaining so much happiness, sanity, peace, clarity. I can just go on.
Literally.
I'm blessed.
Because marijuana isn't the type of drug that'll make you lose. Like, I mean, you might forget what the fuck you was just talking about, but
Like she
you're
did.
yeah, like I do all the damn time.
Right,
But
ADHD.
it's not gonna cause you to tweak or do anything like out of the ordinary.
when you
So
prescribe something, you're not under the influence. You are medicated. And if
But once you
become
continue to abuse it,
over-medicated,
yeah.
then you abuse
But see,
it.
Bingo.
like,
But this is like I'm saying, it's medicinal. This shit is scientifically
No
proven.
Diddy.
They ain't playing around. They scientifically prove that this shit can do better with depression. This shit scientifically proven that this shit increases the fucking healing process in your bones when they hurting and stuff like that. So it's not like crack cocaine. Niggas ain't say, oh yeah, crack cocaine is good for your bones. Heroin is good for your bones. No, weed is medical.
I mean, like, all right, I'm gonna give another example. A person that take Percocets. Now we know Percocets is an opiate, right?
Absolutely.
So a opiate is a what? A drug.
It's a drug.
People get addicted.
It's a prescribed drug.
It's a class of-
But hold,
it's a class of
hear me out.
medicine.
Hear me out. a person that take Percocets that's not prescribed a Percocet considered as a perk as a drug addict, correct?
Absolutely.
But is a abuse.
Absolutely.
Now, if you get marijuana prescribed to you and you take it as needed for what you need it for, and not just recreational reasons, then it's not a drug. But if you're using it as recreational reasons, it's just because you want to get high. I can't read that. Somebody
Says
said
marijuana is not a drug. It's a natural plant. Drugs are chemicals that are man-made. So how y'all feel about shrooms? Because shrooms can make you tweak. But it can also heal you in the same way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like marijuana is a plant. It's a drug, but it's a healing plant. It's a healing drug. You know what I'm saying? Just like
It's like aloe.
shrooms.
Hey,
You think shrooms is a poison?
I know.
Why do you think shrooms? Talk to me about that. Why you think shrooms is a poison?
It's a fungus.
But it's also a
it
plant.
come off of cow shit.
It's also like made from the earth though.
The good
comes
clean-
off of shit.
The good clean
And-
mushrooms don't get you high. Because they think that they high. No, you are fucking hallucinating. You are poisoned. Weed don't make you hallucinate.
I mean,
There's no
it's
poison in it.
it's like this. People say
Right.
Poison and shit, then you
But
fucking
there are
with your
people
mind.
that
your
smoke
brain.
weed and go into a straight panic
People even
attack.
say that
Right.
LSD, because they use it as hypnotic drugs, like for therapy and shit like that. Shrooms and LSD, aka acid, can take you to like the furthest memories. It can take you to like the traumas
La La Land.
that you didn't uncover. No, the truth.
Ain't no
It's like
doctors gonna
actual
give you
places.
that, though.
Yes, they do. Psychiatrists or whatever the fuck you call
They
it.
don't count as
Yes, they do.
doctors.
Oh my God.
They the
Kane
ones
Black
that
is a
say that.
doctor. I forgot. MDKB.
it's like this. It's like this. Marijuana, like everybody keeps saying they're not chemicals and this, that, and the third. To get it as potent as it is, some of them get shot up with different type of steroids
Absolutely.
and different type of things to get it to
Fertilizers.
fertilizers and things that's chemicals. So marijuana is a drug.
But if you go get it from the medicinal place, they got the ingredients in it.
Because
Bro, you
the
don't
medical
ever look at
marijuana
that.
place isn't like the street drug, the street marijuana either though. Like I think it's two completely different. Some people say
It's
it's
still-
better. Some people say it's not as good.
It's still been put in some type of lab to where as though they gotta get the THC level to a certain extent.
Crack ain't in
Like I
labs,
said-
though.
Huh?
They ain't got no crack labs. Where they
But they
test
got
the
mushroom and LSD labs where they testing
I
them
mean,
just
all
like
it
they
like
do with
special K
marijuana.
horse tranquilizer and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Like horse
poison.
fentanyl and all that.
That
That's
was
that.
in-
Watch it.
yeah.
Like fentanyl. Fentanyl is a like I'm gonna give you an example. Embalming fluid. You mean the wet?
It's not a drug.
That's it's a drug. It's a drug.
Tell me not,
can't
because
drink
that's
vomit
what
fluid.
that's.
You can
where
yes
I
you can
started,
you
from
can
wet
drink. It's liquid.
heroin.
You can drink.
Whoa. That's actually what we need to be talking about is Tara.
That's
and
where
you
I
say you started
started.
with what?
From wet to heroin. It wasn't.
Did you
built
feel
for
like
heroin.
wet wasn't doing it enough for you anymore and then you needed a
No,
bigger
what
high?
actually had happened was
You
I
never
could
drank
not.
what?
I never drank wet. I smoked it. I dipped my cigarettes. I
Cigarettes,
smoked the
addicted.
leaves.
Weed.
So
Yeah, you started with wet and then it
I
transitioned
started with
to-
wet. I could not get wet that night. Clearly, I remember this night. The next room, they were doing their thing, which was heroin. I was arguing with my dad. He picked up my daughter. I was pissed I couldn't get my shit. I went in there. I told the bitch, get me high. I love you, sis. She knows who I am. She said, no, I don't want to do that. I said, at that time, I said, bitch. And that's all I had to say.
Right.
And
She bullied her way into drugs.
there my life went.
I can't see that, man. I don't know what the fuck they right up.
But I gained that back.
What they
Said
say?
crack
Plus-
cocaine is good for your bones, LMAO. That was my favorite line.
What the hell?
Not true.
Excuse
I
me,
can vouch.
uncut TV.
Not true.
Cut the shit out, all right? We ain't doing that.
What
We
the
ain't doing
hell?
that.
Not true.
So it's good for your bones. No, why do you say that it's good for your bones?
No,
you want
because
crack,
it-
don't feel nothing?
Actually, like it's like over in Cuba, people like that. The crack cocaine is a medication.
Scarface?
No, it was at one point crack like heroin. All this shit come from. They just flipped.
Shout out to Mariah.
Hi, Bookie. That's my oldest.
So it's like all this shit comes from
natural
prescribed
everything.
medication. All this shit was prescribed medication. They just abused it and turned it into something else.
But heroin and shit like that and cocaine, that was prescribed at one point?
Yeah. Heroin is what? Is a what? It's an
Heroin
opiate.
was founded actually.
It's an
I can't
opiate.
remember his name. Jesus,
Fuck his name. Fuck his
Anyhow, it
Hitler?
was founded for the workers Hitler. There you go. Thank you.
Oh,
Adolf
what?
Hitler.
It was Hitler for real.
Thank you. It was Adolf
he was
Hitler who
trolling.
founded the heroin methadone. And it was created for the workers
This is
to
definitely medicine.
remain not in pain and able to continue to 24/7 work.
I'm gonna give you a prime example.
So that's where that started from.
Fentanyl, like something that's going crazy right now.
It's
That's a drug that they use for like gunshot victims and all that other stuff.
absolutely.
So all this shit was prescribed drug. So we can't use it because it's prescribed. It's not a drug.
So
It's
fentanyl is a
ingredient,
painkiller?
though.
Yes,
Okay.
No, it's an ingredient.
it's a
not
painkiller.
painkillers.
It when they give you fentanyl,
Fentanyl,
the
yeah.
And so wait, so how do people die off of fentanyl?
Too
They
much.
doing it raw. And inside of what he talking about, when they make it medicine, they make it an ingredient, and they water it down.
So that's the chemical X.
That's how Michael Jackson died.
LOL, homie in the blue coat said, you never heard somebody say crack is good for your bones. Oh, he was repeating what K Black said.
It's not.
That's so
Like
funny.
that's how Michael Jackson died. They used to give Michael Jackson fentanyl to help him sleep and shit like that. And they gave him
Cause
too
I'm
much.
cool. I got shot and I'm
So-
cool with an 800 milligram ibuprofen. I will fall asleep sometimes.
See?
So like I don't
And some
need nothing.
people-
You give me a
further
200
than-
motion.
When I was in the hospital, I'm like, don't give me no painkillers. Just put the saline in my shit and I'm out of here. I could go to work tomorrow. She was like, if you want to, like, yeah, I'm out of here.
Like,
This thing, I picture you getting shot, right? And you went to the next room and you like,
I didn't even panic.
Like,
I didn't even feel that shit. It went through. I'm like, oh my God. I was mad. I'm like, oh my God, bro.
One week we gonna dedicate the whole show, cause I hate the fact that you've been shot.
Yeah, I've never talked about
But
it.
if you feel comfortable
I would love
enough,
to.
one time we're gonna do that.
I would definitely do
I
it.
do
Yeah,
hate the fact
you
that
could be
niggas
here
out
and we
here
could all
shooting
we could definitely get that story in. Cause I never talked about it. I don't think anybody ever really asked me about it either. But my mom had told me one time, like,
birthday out there,
you
by
was
the
a little, you was strong for everybody else, so you kind of made it easier on us.
fentanyl is
And she
what?
apologized, like, I'm sorry that we let you be so strong
Yup,
for us. You feel me?
absolutely.
But yeah, one day we definitely gonna talk about that. But today is Tara Day, so we're gonna get
Yeah,
into
and with
Tara.
that fentanyl, as I'm gonna feed off my right hand over here, second right hand, first right hand. So I'm gonna say when I first got into the clinic and started my process of sobriety, I had to give them submit a urine. Well, I think I'm doing heroin, right? No, they come out, everything was in my system but heroin. There was horse tranquilizer, there was fentanyl, there was carfentanil. There was pretty much a concoction from underneath someone's sink that I put into my body, which left me with one scar I'll never, ever, ever, not ever have, not ever look at every day and remember how I got it. And that'll bring, that came from, a needle skin pop. I'll be very blunt and honest with that. And any heroin needle users are familiar with skin popping, whether it's water for the mind ease, because I was one of those. That's how that happened. Or it's the cut around the spoon and not the heroin, or it's the actual heroin. It can happen. It does happen. It happens all the time. It happened to me.
That's why the guys get so stuck. That's why the addicts so stuck down there and so mutilated, cause they is fucking mixing.
I seen somebody
shit
inject
up
that
and-
shit in their eye.
and then they
before,
don't know
bro.
what the fuck is not real heroin most of the time. Niggas is like some of these fiends, they get addicted to the cutting agent. They get addicted to the trank. They get addicted to the fentanyl. So they say when you give them real heroin nowadays, they be like, ain't no fucking trank in here. Ain't no fucking fetty in here. And they be mad at you for saving their fucking life. They want to die.
You tell them, yo, Block D, niggas is falling out. Everybody
They over
running
there. They over there.
Block
They want to
C is
die.
empty as fuck.
Yeah,
They
they
was
wanna
just
die.
popping.
Like the craziest thing I seen, right? They was taking Suboxones in jail and putting it in their eyes like it's contact
In their
lenses.
eyes.
And then they was
I
taking
seen
it.
somebody inject a needle in their eye.
And
I was
then-
driving down Kensington and I
But-
just was
but
at
hold.
the light.
But hold, not just that.
I-
These dudes was going in the bathroom with a little piece of Suboxone and putting it on their finger and putting it on their ass just to get high. It's not a high in this world that I want to be.
I ain't gonna lie, I heard
Do
that.
that.
I did hear that from the
You got a
movie. The
boost
high
of
is crazy.
Suboxone?
I heard people be putting drugs up their butt. I've heard of that.
Yeah, but
I never
didn't
done
know
it,
they
yo.
were
This shit
getting
crazy.
on that way, like
Clip.
shit.
It's called poofing.
Boofing.
Boofing.
No,
With a
boofing
B?
ain't- No,
With a
boofing
B?
ain't doing drugs in your butt. Boofing
That's-
is when you sneaking
Right.
something.
Through your fanny
Okay.
pack.
Sneaking contraband across the line.
When you put contraband in your fanny pack.
No, when you boofing it's wrapped up, you're not getting high off of it. When you boofing,
A lot of
it's
motherfuckers.
in the packaging.
It's called your jail wallet.
It's called
Yeah.
the jail wallet.
Your fanny return.
You're putting it in your butt and getting it across that line.
So is that not pause? Is that not pause?
That's a stop.
Boof not equal
Do not
pause.
listen to chick with the juice. Putting drugs in your butt to get high is definitely not boofing.
So boofing.
Put your drugs in your
Boofing is
butt.
okay. You did
No,
that.
fuck
He
no.
did that. He's defending boofing.
I was in jail for like 9 days.
So you
What the
boof?
fuck I'm boofing for?
Oh, I was about to say.
coming home.
I'm like,
Alright.
you could have slipped for 9 days. We don't know. We
Be
don't
home in 10
know.
days at the most. Fuck, I'm boofing for.
Yeah, no,
Smoking dookie tree.
I was legit in jail in the day room on the bed withdrawing
is
and was
crazy.
offered Suboxone in jail. So yeah, that's definitely everything floats around there. You
A
can probably put
jail
it
wallet.
there.
Your fanny for
Where
fun.
people
Crazy.
need to be into a rehab facility,
Yeah,
not
that's
jail.
definitely a
that is
situation,
a very
yes.
big issue and has been for a long time, and nothing is ever done about it.
No, it depends on
At
what you
least
say.
take them, let them go to the rehab first, and then transition into the jail. Like, no,
There you go.
don't completely disregard what they mean, but
I'm
like,
all for
but
consequence.
definitely give them people. They're sick. Like, people don't
They're
understand.
not
People that are
getting
addicted are
it
fucking
anyway.
sick. Like,
If your drug got you to the point where you're breaking the law, go to jail.
go to jail.
Maybe for 30 days.
Sometimes
This
people
ain't
do
gonna
come
happen
home
to
clean,
fuck
but
man, cool out.
sometimes people go to jail on purpose because they don't got nowhere to go. They don't got nowhere to sleep. They don't got no food to
Absolutely.
eat.
To the
My
cop.
my personal
3 hots in
opinion.
the cop.
My personal opinion, and I this is my personal opinion.
There
A
you-
person that do drugs, they not sick. This is my personal opinion.
You don't think
They
that it's
not-
a disease?
No, it's not. It's what they choose to do with their life. It's not a disease.
I agree.
A disease is affection. That's not. They choose to do this. They know what they doing. They know what they
It
doing.
is an illness. It's not an
They
infection.
know exactly what they know exactly what they do.
Yes, it is. It is.
So it is. It absolutely is. And I
I'ma
do
be
wanna
honest
say
with you,
it's a
right?
choice the first time. Maybe even
Everybody
the
got
second time.
their
Maybe
opinion like they got
the
their asshole, and I said it 3 times.
Everybody got their opinion like they
If you got a toothache, you're going to get that
So a person,
Anadrol.
so everybody
If
that
you
do
got a
drugs, they
headache,
got a mental health
Addiction
problem.
is a mental health issue. That is
You gotta learn it if you want to talk
But,
about
all right,
You gotta
hold.
Call it
Let
disease,
me
I'ma call it
hold
what
it.
they call it.
But that's
Let
why
me
we got
say-
you here.
let me
We
say
need
this.
this information. A
me-
lot of people think like this. And I'm
Let
not
me-
saying that there's anything
If-
wrong with the
if
way
you
that you
got a
think, but some
headache,
people
you're
just
running for that-
uneducated
for that
on the fact that yes, it was a
Tylenol.
choice, but
You
this
got a
shit
toothache
turns,
and you
it
can get
develops
it. You're
into a
going to get
disease.
that
Let me say this.
If you
I
got
used to smoke weed. I
aspirin-
used to drink, and I never popped pills. I used to smoke cigarettes. One of the worst addictions in mankind is cigarettes. But I stopped.
That's you.
Hold on, and I'm only gonna speak for me. I said this is my opinion. I only can speak for me.
Right.
I can't speak for nobody else. In my opinion, if you really want to stop, you can stop. Can't nobody else.
Question real quick. I got a
Yeah,
couple
it's
questions.
just a mind
I got a couple questions.
You have a
Where were you addicted at? Were you addicted in your hands? Say no. Were you addicted in your feet? Say no.
No.
Were you addicted in your eyes? No. Now maybe in your nose when you smell a cigarette, your fucking brain triggers for you to want a cigarette. You don't step on a cigarette and then be like, damn.
And you know what you just
step on
said?
a cigarette, I
You
want
know
a
the key
cigarette.
word you just said?
But you know that you're still an addict. Do you understand that you're still an addict?
Only start in
Just
your
like you don't
mind.
do it no more. You still are an addict. If
When
you
I-
ever were,
When
You
I got
still are
when
an
I got
addict.
fed up, when I
You
said I don't want to
choose
do
to
it,
not do
I
it.
just don't do it. You get what I'm saying?
because
Like,
you mentally don't want to
When
do
you're
it.
sick and tired
Right.
of being
I
sick
just
and
didn't
tired,
want to do it.
there's-
I did
there's
it
those that
at the time. I
stand
did it
on
when I was a kid. I did it when I
I
was young.
Monday-
So I did it to
got
fit
plenty
in.
in the room.
You get what I'm saying? I was this bully in the hood.
game.
I was this young game banger. So I thought this was the way. But when I got older, this is not. I stopped.
Then that means you didn't have a
wasn't-
disease or a sickness.
and I
you
smoked-
were
and I
abusing
smoked-
alcohol.
You
Right.
said
That's
an
it.
infection,
Some people
sweetheart.
are.
I only can
It's different.
speak
You can get
again.
an
I only can
infection.
speak.
So, but you didn't speak for
From
yourself. You
the
said
illness
that
of
it's
the
not an
opioid
illness. It is an
sickness.
illness.
Did
It
any-
is a sickness.
hold, did
We
anybody-
gonna play the tape back. Don't
Did
play me. I
anybody-
heard you.
Hold up, hold up.
You can
You
get.
said it's not a sickness. It's not an illness. It's a
In my
choice.
opinion, Did I say that?
Started.
Right.
Did I say that?
And
Did I, so don't say I didn't say
But
it. I said
it
in my
definitely
opinion,
is. You gotta learn it,
and so I said in my opinion.
Because you talking about your own personal
That's
experience.
the only thing I can speak on.
Yeah, exactly. So in general, in the beginning,
behind this sobriety for a certified recovery specialist, a certified family recovery specialist, etc. Okay? So, all right, not just being clean, you can conquer a lot more after that. That shows that, okay? But just saying, like, I got myself off track. There we go. I'm sorry, guys. Bear with me. But it's definitely an illness. It is definitely a choice the first time, maybe the second time. But voila.
Addiction can be hereditary.
You're then
disease
shitting
and addiction
yourself.
could
You're
be
throwing up.
hereditary.
Your skin's. It could be
Let's
hereditary.
talk about how many people in
Absolutely.
our family
Me
that have
not.
been addicted, and then it comes all
Everybody,
time. My
all
dad
right.
was the person that was known to have a blunt in any fucking room that he's
For
been in.
sure.
And
For
who the
sure.
fuck y'all know me as? I'm rolling up anytime. A guest come on the show like, please don't smoke that. I'll be like, yeah, you can. No, I'm going to smoke. Sorry. I don't give a fuck. But that might have just been passed down to me. And I feel like when I smoke, I feel regular. You feel me? Like some people smoke and feel like, oh my God, I'm tweaking the fuck out. Like, well, who's that? Who's coming in the
One
room?
of my
Like,
sisters is that way.
I just believe
she
addiction,
can't.
like these drug addiction that people have, it comes up in the era that you chosen. Promise that way. I don't believe that it's hereditary because my mother.
it ain't what you believe. It's what it's scientifically proven.
Let me finish. Saying what I'm saying.
Let him argue.
Damn.
Give me a microphone.
I'm gonna tell you
I told
because
you like a politics
because-
back and forth.
Batteries on another one.
it's like this. My mother was addicted to the crack cocaine. My father, you catch 2-3 needles in his arm. My father died on his deathbed.
you're surrounded.
Hear me out. After he was hospitalized due to his heart problems, he passed away because my aunt brought him drugs inside the hospital that he was in. So I can't believe I can't go on that it was hereditary because I never touched them drugs in my life.
Because you chose to go the opposite way of what you were surrounded by. I have uncles who were on crack. I have cousins who have been addicts. And I chose to never go. I told you when I got shot, I said, don't put no fucking drugs in me. Just put
That's why I
saline in
said
me.
I don't believe that it's hereditary.
You can't. You chose to go the opposite. You say you're an addict yourself.
No, I did not.
You
That's
chose
what I said.
alcohol. What are you talking about? You were an addict. You still are now. Period. You are choosing not to do it anymore. That's what it is. Just like you chose not to go that way.
Drinking is drugging. Drinking's drugging.
Slow down. Let him talk. Hold. I never in my life said I said this was my choice. I chose to do that. I never in my life said that I was an addict. What I said was I chose to do it. It's my opinion, but that you can stop.
Right.
I never said I was an addict. Am I right or wrong?
You only stop if you do it once.
Juice, did I
You
say
did
I
it
was
twice,
did I
you
say I was
were
an
addict.
We
addict?
can play this tape back as soon as this shit get off at 8 o'clock. I know what the fuck
If you did it twice, you an addict, nigga. If you did it once and stopped, then you not an addict. If you did it twice,
That's your opinion. I said my opinion. I'm
scientific,
not an addict.
nigga.
I
It's
never said-
scientific. You ran back to it. You wanted another cigarette until you got to the
people
point where you
have
said,
never
I'm tired of this shit
Exactly.
because it's bad for my health or it's stink or whatever it made you
that don't
say.
make
You
it
don't want to smoke
Listen,
cigarettes no
listen.
more. No,
We
it's
just
not
talked about,
hereditary.
wait, real quick. We talked about different types of addiction, right?
He's addicted to never
because
being
it
an
doesn't-
addict.
Addiction doesn't mean drugs. Addiction could be sex. Addiction could be food.
How many snakes
Addiction
you got
could
in your
be-
house?
You
He's
are-
addicted to buying snakes.
And not only that,
I got him.
He's addicted to
I got him. I'm not addicted to them. Them bitches get sold. I'm not addicted to
you
them.
addicted to the money to buy them fucking things.
Exactly.
There's certain things that your addiction
Exactly.
goes to in a different way. You might gamble. There might be a million other things. You might not drink. You might not smoke. You might not do any of that
We
stuff.
talking about. I wish y'all take a second and listen to what we talking about. We talking about addiction and we talking about addict.
You made
An addict can be
cigarette.
all of those things I just
to pick
said.
up the cigarette.
And
An addict just doesn't pertain to drugs.
You say you used to be addicted to tobacco.
My mom was a smoker.
Like
My
I
mom
s-
was addicted to
And
drugs.
then it happened.
I
Part of
am not
addiction.
addicted to drugs because I know that I have an addictive personality.
Hey, that's my
So
daughter.
There's certain
Bless
things
her.
that
Mariah,
I will
I
not
love you,
touch
Mama.
because
I
I know
love
if
you.
I like it, I might be addicted.
That's
So I
right.
stay away from it.
Exactly.
And then on another
let me-
note, there's
let me-
other things that I am addicted to. I don't drink drink a 20 ounce of ginger ale, I'm gonna drink a 2 liter ginger ale. I'm not a drinker. I don't give a fuck about drinking, but I'm a heavy fucking smoker. I will smoke. Smoke you under the fucking table.
Touche.
And that's just because that's my addiction of choice.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? I just chose to take my addiction to a safer place than anything else. I could be addicted to coke. I could be addicted to a bunch of shit. I love uppers. I love uppers.
Let me
say
this again.
You know yourself. You know yourself.
Much drugs and much champagne.
Let me say this.
Hey, birthday shit.
Hold on, time out.
Go ahead.
Like, let's not mistaken what I said. And I said this before I even said it. I said it's my opinion.
And that's cool.
And I said this numerous of times. Miss Thing, keep misconstruing what I'm saying. I said this numerous of times. It's my opinion. I don't believe that I was an addict. Why? Because I stopped when I want to stop. I only did it to fit in. You get what I'm saying? I never said that.
Okay,
I
so
heard
we heard you. All right, we heard you.
I'm not finished though. Let me finish.
But you're gonna say the same thing you just said. I'm about to go ahead talk. I'm gonna say exactly what you're about to say. Go ahead talk. I'm about to say exactly what you was about to say. Come on. Cause you're talking about it's my opinion. I
want to say something. Can I say something?
You're taking it mad personal. It's not even that deep.
Yeah, no, bro, never. all of, always. So I definitely do encourage those who I've always been. Let me take that back. Once I got into my recovery, I was very open with all of my children, which are very spread out. I have 3 of them, one to be 22, 8, and one's just turned 15. So for their ages, I definitely school them on all drugs and let them know on both sides of you, your father, your mother, your aunt, it is in your blood. My daughter watching now, bless you, keep going how you are, don't do nada. It is in you, don't do it. I encourage to put that word in your kid's ear, because if you don't, they may want to fit in, and it may not be cigarettes.
And a lot of kids can do exactly what you did.
They always.
But I also want to say
what's that called is I tried some shit to fit in. I didn't like it. It really wasn't me. So you're right. No, you wasn't addicted to none of that shit, or else you'd be feeling like, damn, she hitting a cigarette. I would love to hit that cigarette, but I don't smoke no more. That's willpower. But you saying I don't have those urges because that's not your twist.
Right.
It just your twist may be something else. You understand? That's all
No,
I'm saying.
I was only speaking on the drug addiction.
Okay.
Because that's what the topic is here.
Right.
I'm not talking about the clothes addiction, not talking about the sex
but
addiction.
that all goes hand in
I just
hand.
thought
though.
it was addiction and recovery from any addiction, because addiction is a worldwide. It's like a range of like too many things that, like I said, it's we can be here all year long.
I really do believe we're all addicts in some
face.
type of way. Like,
Watch
I'm
when
addicted to
Tennessee
money.
hit
I
the
ain't gonna
floor.
lie.
And watch when I'm
If I'm
addicted
broke,
to.
that's all I'm thinking about.
I can't stand
I
it.
get that
It drives
thing
me
off.
nuts.
But no,
Yeah.
listen to what I'm
Everybody in
saying.
this world
Addiction,
is addicted, bro.
right? You could be addicted to God, but
Yep.
everything.
Amen. Amen.
What I'm speaking of
Amen.
her recovery. So my focus right now is not, are we addicted to anything outside of what we talking about with you, of your recovery?
All I'm saying is how this whole topic came up, and you can put your head down and get mad every time I talk. I really don't care.
listening to what you're
But you said that addiction is not a disease. Addiction is a disease, and addiction is hereditary. I don't care what you believe. It is scientifically proven. So you can argue with them scientists in that lab.
Science has
not
always
us.
said we come from monkeys. You believe it?
No, I don't. I don't believe that. But it's in that. You feel me? Like, it's in that. That shit that's all of that
It's our choice
evolution
to
and all that shit,
believe.
that's theories. That's
It's our
theories.
choice to
A
believe.
theory is it could have been that. That's a fucking theory. I'm talking about a fucking fact. You feel me? Like,
That's right.
that shit that's genetic, the shit that they have studied in labs and all of that shit that you probably don't want to talk about because you don't really care about it. You feel me? Some people I know never have felt depressed in their life, and they think that anxiety and depression is nothing.
Oh my
that
God,
that shit is fake. That
I
that's this
have
and
it
that.
now.
So all I was saying is that even though you might not believe it, it's a fact that being an addict is an illness, a disease, a sickness. It's not something that you can control. Yes, you can start it. You can trigger it by
What is
taking
hereditary?
It. Hereditary means it's passed down by your genes from your
You're
family.
going to be more prone to liking
now,
it.
hold
We
up.
already
Now-
have opioids in our bodies.
Now,
You're,
being
yeah,
acceptable.
You can have autism in your genes, but that don't mean that your baby is gonna come out autistic.
The thing that you said
Absolutely.
was that drugs or a drug addiction could be hereditary. I believe that it's not. Why? Because drugs is a man-made thing. And it's not in your genes. It's just
But if the baby's
it's something that you want to do. You get what I'm saying? Like, because my mother and my father.
Because it's in your genes to want to do it.
I had to leave the
part
hospital
that's
without my
in the
baby because of
genes
drugs,
that's
baby.
handed down hereditary. The hereditary part is the addictive part, not the drug. To take the word
That's what I'm
drug.
saying.
Yeah, it could be
Yeah.
anything.
If you go back into what we
can't-
were talking about,
right?
I
But
like
the thing
it.
about it is,
Exactly.
right? And I understand what you're saying, but you can't separate addiction. Addiction is
No.
addiction.
Speak
It
on it.
doesn't matter. Some people fucking gamble
on it.
like motherfucker and lose money.
And
like
I
a
know
motherfucker
them.
who smoke crack. You understand what I'm saying?
And-
So a motherfucker might be addicted to the internet, and they're so addicted to the internet
I'm one.
that they fucking not washing. They not goddamn. They
I'm not
gaining
that
weight.
far
All
off.
they do is
addiction is a way of life. You get what I'm saying?
Addiction is a way of life.
Everybody in this world,
So then
from
addiction.
the richest man in this world to the poorest man in this world, is addicted to this shit.
They
We
could
can't go- We can't go nowhere without a
Hell
fucking
no,
phone.
not even
You
my
get what I'm
watch
saying?
no
So
more.
I would never say that addiction is not that. I'm speaking of drug addiction, of what the topic that we was on.
Yeah,
Nigga,
but
this
what
is my walking porn stash, nigga. This ain't no fucking telephone.
addiction? His
Like,
addiction is OnlyFans.
Like y'all
Talk about your jail wallet. This is my home wallet.
Whores, okay? He's addicted to whores.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody, it's just the word that you're using
Yup,
now
they think
is
drugs.
what are you addicted to? The hereditary part is the addiction that was handed down. The being prone to an addictive personality, basically.
Right. So now I'm speaking of like the hereditary with the addiction with the drugs.
You keep
That's
saying
what-
that. We trying to explain
What
to
I'm
you. You
trying to
can't
say is-
separate it.
and
Like,
you can't just say, oh well, I passed down my addiction to drugs. No, what you're prone to is an addictive personality because you come from a parent who has an addictive personality,
Absolutely.
and you come from another parent who has an addictive
you
personality.
could be
That's the
addicted to
world.
never touching a drug in your life. You could be addicted to the thought of never ever touching that drug, and you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just all I'm saying. But we just gonna, you and Kane Black, y'all doctors. We don't argue with the scientists
No,
and the
I
doctors.
not at all.
Miss
We
Thing,
just
Miss
gonna,
Thing,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Miss Thing done hit the wizard.
no, cause
She-
Loko literally taking like scientific facts and like, I believe, like, I don't understand how you, like, it's just because you don't know about it doesn't mean you can't believe something you're
Because
ignorant
everybody don't
about.
believe- everybody
So
don't
we're
believe
trying to
science.
educate you and you're like, shut up, we don't want to hear you. And that's a lot of the time. You complain about people doing that shit on this
Educating yourself is a
podcast,
big thing,
but
and
you're acting like a
family to
big
do
ass
it.
baby right now. Like,
How?
I'm finna puff it and stop
Wait,
talking.
Miss Thing, what the fuck are you talking about?
Okay,
yo?
like I would love. I know you watch your show back every night,
Yeah,
and I
you
can't
did get
wait till you
upset,
see how
guy.
stupid you look
We
right now.
didn't mean
Because
to
you
make
really
you
acting like
feel
I'm
like
just talking
that.
out my ass.
You is talking
but
out your ass,
but,
because you
but
sound
you're
stupid.
literally talking out your ass. I sound stupid because you don't want to hear what I had to say. But anyway, we got 10 minutes left, so.
Yeah,
We
we
gonna
don't want.
stare
We
off.
all love each other. Still all loving here,
Of
though.
course, yeah. I
Always,
mean-
always.
I'm just saying, like,
Scream like that, that don't mean
he always like banging on the table and getting mad, and yeah, I be yelling this shit too, but like, why are you so mad at me? It's not that deep. It's not that deep.
Who
Like,
said
our
niggas are mad at you?
podcast is like a back and forth.
in the
He like,
neck.
Miss
My father
Thur, da, 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 da. Every time I talk, he
Look
huffing
where
and puffing.
I
Like,
went.
what
Look
the
where I'm
hell?
at.
It's, I don't know. Maybe we triggered you. I don't know, but I'm sorry if you
Who
feel
is-
triggered.
Like,
Like,
who? You the one that's.
why are you so confused? Like, do you know where you at? Do you know what time it is? Do you know what
If
today
y'all don't
is?
know,
Like,
this is why Loko
I'm
is
just like, what you
bald head.
acting confused about? I'm
Because when he
confused.
get mad,
You
fire.
clearly in a bad mood. Like, I don't know.
Like Hades on Hercules.
All right,
Ew, he felt
Like,
those
I'm about to
words.
take the headphones off and throw a tampon on my big ass baby.
man, if I wanna
You're a
do
big
that, I
ass
can.
baby. I'm confused. Like,
I can do that. I feel.
so anyway, we're here to talk about addiction. Anyway, we're here to talk about addiction.
Addiction comes in many forms, like I said, to
Addicted
a
to being
haircut,
right.
a fidget,
You
on
feel
your
me? Like,
hand, to a nail polish color that you get every
I don't
single
have time
time you go. It goes on to hair ponytails,
what the
to
fuck?
it can go to drugs, to it goes, it goes.
hold it like a grandma.
I encourage you to tell your
Don't crash
kids,
out, Loko.
let it know it's in their blood. When you reach that, find it in you. Definitely encourage. Talk about it. Share with your kids. Just go about it the safest way for them. because you experienced the worst way for you. And that's me speaking me how I feel, my experience,
Her
and
opinion,
and dealing and even mentoring with women.
her professional opinion, like everybody else in this
I will
joint got.
say, but yeah, I definitely just talk about it. Even if you're at your struggle point, talk about it. You might reach that reach you've been trying to reach for, and then voila. You know, it's tunnel vision, and then you start shining and you find yourself, and it's a routine and it's normal, and you're smiling without whatever your addiction of choice was. Like, you do. And it feels good. You'll feel good. Definitely, as I don't know if you heard, but I come from a mom who did not have an addiction. I come from a father who sold drugs and did have addictions. Look where I went, look where I am at, and I'm definitely staying on track to be. I ain't going nowhere. I'm staying on that straight and narrow tunnel vision. It's not an option. Brain don't go there, not on my worst and best days, and I'm cool with that. I'm open about it. Active, non-active, to talk in any way, shape, form.
So what would you say is the hardest obstacle to stay on your addiction? Well, I mean, on your
I don't
road
feel
to
one at this
let me
time.
rephrase it. On your road to recovery, because every day is an obstacle. What would you say is your hardest obstacle?
Was or is?
Is.
Right now, I'd say just, again, owning. No mortgage, no nothing, owning my own home. So I know my kids will have something when I'm no longer here. So I know we always have a roof. During my main drive, my family, my support team, this is what I got.
Do you feel as though after your recovery, life became more greater than before?
It didn't do it overnight. It didn't do it in weeks, but absolutely. It absolutely did. But I'm going to tell you, I worked my ass off. I made every day. I made every appointment, every group meeting, every individual. I put myself in a facility that was so structured because I knew I needed it and I wanted it. The want, big word, want, definitely got to be there. You have to want that. Like you really have to want that. Like you wanted to stop smoking cigarettes. Seriously, bro, it's a want. Like you see, like you
Or
were like
maybe
that's
he never
it, and
wanted
you were
to
done.
start smoking
I was
cigarettes.
sick and tired of being disgusted at being sick and tired of me, huh? I was like, dude, what the fuck am I doing? I was an athlete. I played softball. I was in the newspaper. Like you got me all the way. I had myself fucked up for a minute. I had to get myself a reality check. I wasn't trying to hear nobody else in the beginning.
Yeah, like with me with the cigarettes and the alcohol, like I said, it was the fitting. It was just everybody.
It's willpower,
That's
bro.
just like crack in the '80s. Everybody in that era was fucking with it. You get what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
was a new thing. Like now in the 2000s,
Ooh,
the Percocets.
can imagine.
Everybody
I
fuck
don't
with the
wanna
Percocets
imagine.
now. So
Still?
it's like it's the end thing. Yeah, people still do it.
I don't know. 'Cause
I mean,
I only go to work in
back in the early
I'm boring.
2000s, when
I'm
I
a
first moved to
homebody.
Philadelphia,
Yeah,
it was
I don't do
pancakes and
shit.
syrup, them zany bars and the lean. You get what I'm saying? That was the
in the
thing.
early 20s, absolutely.
And
yeah, I've
people
been
to this
there.
day that was born in say mid '90s, the late 2000s. I mean early 2000s.
Yep.
Is addicted to zany
Yep.
and Percocets now.
Yep.
Because that was the end drug.
Opioid.
So, right. So it was just mainly like it was the fit in. Me coming up was alcohol, weed, and that's it. Cigarettes, Black and Miles, beaties. That was the end thing. And when I grew up and realized that I don't need to fit in, I'm me. That shit was just done deal to me. I don't need it. You get what I'm saying?
How long ago since you stopped smoking cigarettes?
2005, 2006.
Wow. Okay, you got some time under your belt there.
I stopped drinking alcohol
Okay.
in 2004.
Okay, so you
I
got.
stopped smoking weed in 97.
Okay,
So you get what I'm saying? Like it's just stop. I don't.
there you go.
You know, I don't
you
wanna
were
do it.
done. You were done. Yeah, and that's what you got.
I started at a real
Eventually,
young age.
we're stubborn people, human beings. We're stubborn as fuck. We want to try it our way. our way and keep fucking up and keep fucking up and keep fucking up and keep fucking up until either we get it or some of us don't. But those with us, those here.
Because sometimes people could stick with it
We
for
gonna
10
get-
years and then they relapse.
And I've heard the stories.
You know what I'm saying?
17
So
years.
that it's a whole
scary.
bunch of different.
That I do fear. Relapse is a fear I speak on all the time. It doesn't cross my mind. Like it does not. I'm very thankful, grateful.
It's because you speak so positive. Like
But
your tongue
I
is so
fear it.
powerful. Like
I
you can't
fear it
speak
because I
fear.
know it can happen, and I've heard so many stories. So my shield's on. Like it's on. It can't. I put my kids through so much, my fucking family through so much, myself through so much. I overdosed once and I was pregnant with my last baby girl.
How many kids you got?
Me personally, I have 2 girls. One will be 22. January the 2nd will be 8, and January 10th and February 22nd. 2 girls, and I also have
February 22nd?
custody of my 15-year-old boy. He just turned 15, July 29th. That's my baby sister who passed to opioids.
Right.
A cocktail, actually. Not just opioids.
You said February 22nd?
Yes.
That was my nephew's birthday. My nephew got killed on a hit
That's
and
my
run.
baby girl, and her name's Destiny Star.
Yeah, he was
She's
20.
changed
he
my
was
life in so
20
many ways. I love her
22,
baby.
20. Yeah, he was 20, 22, 20. He February 2nd, 22nd of 2000. And he died in a car accident on a hit and run on Broad and Lehigh. So that 2022, 222, that's a deep thing.
The day for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd have been 24 this year. 2024.
I fear turning 26, and I'm gonna say it. I recently just turned 40, August 31st. Okay, all right, whatever.
God
I'm in my
damn.
fabulous 40s, whatever. It is what it is. I'm her.
Yo, this August shit is crazy. These Virgos.
Yeah.
Damn. August
We're very
31st.
unique.
And my best friend is a Virgo. Shout
You're
out to
very,
Ellie.
very.
I was born 30
very
days before
lucky
you.
to find
That's crazy. I was born exactly 30 days before you.
But that made you a Leo.
Yeah, I'm a Leo. July
Borderline?
31st.
Oh, okay,
I
Lane.
turned 40.
Gotcha. So, I mean, I definitely just wanted to put out there for if there's anyone who is not aware, I think it's important for us to all be aware that our natural body, our own bodies itself, without a doctor, without over-the-counter, without nothing, itself already has its own opioids. So as soon as you introduce another opioid on top of that, it then is getting used to that, which causes that withdrawal within the 3rd to 4th day if you try to get yourself off. It's a bitch. It's a monster, but it's possible to overcome. It definitely is. There's so much help out there. Again, encouraging people to definitely just talk about it.
We got 1 minute left. Name one program that you will recommend the addict that's looking for to get out and get into recovery. Name one program that you will recommend.
So I would definitely recommend if you're looking for a methadone clinic. It is called Thur. It is in Levittown, Pennsylvania.
Could you spell it?
Levittown.
Soar. How you spell soar?
Yeah, I was talking about the program.
Oh, I'm sorry. SOAR.
Oh, Thur. I thought you said Thor. That's
Thur.
Okay.
Thur. I'm sorry. Yes, Thur. They are very, very strict. Like I'm not discriminating. There's Audi. There's plenty of places. Like I said, there's a lot of help. Some places are more lenient. You know, you might be coming across someone who has something in their mouth trying to push it off to you. I didn't want that. So again, I want to structure it. I knew they had it. I put myself there. I recommend it.